Have you ever wondered whether humans are the only civilization in this universe? Are humans living in a virtual world? Why haven't we found any other alien civilizations yet? Are humans alone in the vastness of the universe? The universe has existed for 13.8 billion years. The observable universe is 93 billion light-years in diameter. There are between 200 and 400 billion stars in our Milky Way alone, about 10%, or 20 billion sun-like stars. This is more than even the sand on Earth. There are more than 100 million planets like Earth in the habitable zone. And there are another 2 to 5 trillion galaxies like the Milky Way in the entire universe. That means there are about 10 to the 24th power of stars in the universe. Each grain of sand on Earth corresponds to about 100,000 stars in the universe, no matter how small the probability of life arising. With such a huge order of magnitude, even in the Milky Way, there should be thousands of civilizations. The probability of there being no civilization in the Milky Way is lower than the probability of there not being a single germ after you lick your finger. So, where are they? Even if only a small fraction of them were transmitting radio waves or other signals to the outside world, we should be receiving all sorts of signals by now, but we haven't received a single one. One day in 1950, Enrico Fermi, the great father of atomic energy, was having a discussion with a friend about aliens, and out of the blue, he said, "Where are they all?" Everyone in the room was speechless and lost in thought. This is the famous Fermi paradox. To a high-level alien civilization, humans may be the equivalent of a colony of ants. It would probably be the greatest kindness for them not to bother or hurt us, because even if colonization is impractical for all alien civilizations, or they don't want to do it, then large-scale interstellar exploration should always be possible. Humans have launched hundreds of probes into space in just a few decades. However, as of now, no evidence of exploration has been found. Not even the most basic evidence of a spacecraft or probe has been found. Where they are. This is a short sentence. But the more you think about it, the more scared you get. And that's not even the strangest part. Calculated from the Drake equation, the most conservative estimate, there are at least 100,000 intelligent civilizations in the Milky Way. We know through calculation and logical analysis that aliens must exist, and that we should find aliens. But there's a contradiction. We haven't found any aliens or any traces of them. This is called the Fermi paradox. The Sun is a relatively young star in the universe. That means there are a lot of stars older than Earth. Theoretically speaking, they're far more civilized than we are. Whatever the form and survival of extraterrestrial life, they are bound by the most basic laws of thermodynamics in the universe. Technology must use energy to develop, and the resources of any planet are finite. So at a certain point in its development, a civilization must expand outward to harvest energy. A Type 2 civilization can use energy from the entire star system in which it is located, so that they can fly out of the solar system and into the galaxy. The Dyson sphere, proposed by physicist Freeman Dyson in 1960, is typical of a Type 2 civilization. It is a giant artificial structure that can completely surround the entire star to capture all of the star's energy output. In other words, outward expansion is a necessary path for the development of intelligent civilizations, as long as the alien civilizations in the galaxy are millions of years older than humans. For a galaxy 13 billion years old, a few million years is just an instant. It only took human civilization 10,000 years to land on the moon, and is already planning to colonize Mars. So what would a civilization millions of years ahead of humans be like? They have at least mastered the ability to navigate the stars and interstellar, and even began to colonize entire galaxies, probably developed generation ships, and intelligent machines that can replicate themselves. In the process of interstellar colonization, upon reaching a target planet, to use the resources on that planet to replicate themselves, and then send the replicated ship to the next target planet. In this way, even at 10% of the speed of light, it would only take about 1,000,000 years to colonize the entire galaxy. According to this theory, our galaxy should have been visited by a high-ranking alien civilization long ago, but the fact is that so far, we have not yet found any reliable evidence or signs of alien presence. Why is the galaxy, which should be full of spaceships, so silent? This is a question that has puzzled many scientists. This is the reason why the Fermi paradox has been so influential and widely discussed around the world. There are many whimsical explanations for the Fermi paradox that scientists have come up with. Here are some examples. When you look up at the starry sky, have you ever thought that in the distant river of stars, there's a pair of alien eyes gazing at lonely us? The probability of there being no civilization in the Milky Way is lower than the probability of there not being a single germ after you lick your finger. Why is the galaxy, which should be full of alien civilizations, so silent? This question has also puzzled many scientists. Many hypotheses have been put forward to explain this paradox. The following, we will present the most popular of these hypotheses. 1. The cosmic zoo hypothesis. Aliens have already discovered humans. They just deliberately did not make contact with humans, just like we see animals in a zoo. Earth is just one of the countless objects they observe and study. A huge gap in civilization. Like a human facing a colony of ants on the side of the road, would you try to communicate with them? To a high-level alien civilization, humans are probably the equivalent of a bunch of ants. It would be the greatest kindness for them not to bother and hurt us. Oh. The Great Filter Hypothesis. At a certain point in their development, civilizations encounter a bottleneck that is difficult to break through, or, until it has developed the ability to colonize the stars. For various reasons, they are destroyed. This is like a great filter. This filter is divided into 9 stages. First, the origin of life is the first level of the filter. The probability of life evolving naturally is very small. Even if a planet is lucky enough to have life, then it has to go through layers of filters to evolve into intelligent life. In addition, the dramatic changes in the climate and geology of the planet, gamma-ray bursts, and superstar eruptions from space. The threat of asteroid impacts could also wipe out civilization. There are also nuclear wars caused by humans themselves, catastrophes such as superviruses, and even biotechnology developments such as artificial intelligence, and gene editing if they get out of hand, as depicted in some science fiction movies. As civilization itself develops, it is likely to destroy civilization itself. Although mankind has been lucky enough to escape multiple layers of filters for now, but before we can develop into an interstellar civilization, humanity will face numerous challenges. If humanity is unable to achieve an explosion of technological growth before extinction, there may be no chance of evolving into a Type 2 civilization, and other alien civilizations in the universe face the same barrier. There is no way to filter through the layers of filters to become an interstellar civilization. 3. The Law of the Dark Forest. In the 13.8 billion year history of the universe, many intelligent civilizations have evolved, but because of the vast differences between civilizations, it is difficult to communicate effectively. A civilization cannot tell whether another civilization has good or bad intentions towards it. If we are well-meaning, we cannot tell if the other civilization knows that we are well-meaning. Even if the other side knows we are good, I know they imagine us to be good, but I can't know if the other person knows it either. I know that the other person knows that I am good. This leads to an infinitely long chain of logical suspicion. So the universe is like a dark forest. Every civilization is a hunter with a gun. They have to be careful to hide themselves. When encountering another civilization, the only option is to shoot it and destroy it. Because if you don't destroy the other civilization, you may be destroyed by the other civilization. Just like humans don't ask for permission to destroy viruses or creatures. Survival is the first and most fundamental axiom of civilization in the universe. So the silence we see in the universe, it's not that there are no alien civilizations, it's that they're all hiding their place. And we humans are such a naive civilization. For 100 years, every once in a while, humans have been actively sending very powerful electromagnetic signals into space. In other words, these signals have covered a spherical area of space 100 light years away. If there is an extraterrestrial civilization, they would probably have found us. Or, the virtual world hypothesis. We ourselves are the creation of a higher civilization. The entire universe is a virtual world like the Matrix. If one day mankind solves the mystery of consciousness, we are also capable of becoming the creators of the virtual world of computers, because everything we can feel can be simulated by a computer program. Our perceived self is a brain in a vat. The whole world is just a dream. There are many different hypotheses about the Fermi paradox, so which one do you prefer? In a vast universe, it's hard to believe that we are the only civilization in the vast universe.